I want to heal your heart. His plan was that you would be loved the way that Jesus loves the church and laid her life down for it. Leah woke up and her husband was disgusted. He despised her. You know, in verse 31 of that same chapter, it says, when the Lord saw that Leah was despised. I'm going to come back to her story in just a moment because this woman went on a journey. But first of all, I want to share some of my story. You know, many years ago, I was very young in ministry. I was ministering at a women's group, and it was on disappointment, and I felt God tell me to share that I was believing God to be pregnant. I just got my period that morning, and I felt like I was sharing the most vulnerable personal thing on the earth. I remember I was shaking almost as I opened my mouth and shared my disappointment, and as the words came out of my mouth, this is what the Lord said to me, and he said, and never again, Joe, will you withhold something about your life that could set someone else's life free? So one of the prices I pay, we all pay a different price because we all have a different purpose.
Yeah.
Is I don't have much of a private life.
Yeah.
And so I've been married coming up for 28 years this August. And when I met my husband, he had just planted the church that we now lead together. And so I've been in ministry as long as I've been married, essentially. And I can literally talk about a before and after. So the first 10 years of married life, I saw the hand of God on me. I saw a taste of his favor. I saw a taste of the purpose that he had for me. And it was in that time that I was ministering alongside my husband. Some nations started to open up, and I would go and minister in different places in the secular world. God was promoting me. I worked for the Prince's Trust back then, and in 5 years got promoted 5 times, and my salary multiplied 5 times, and ended up running events at Buckingham Palace and St James's Palace with the Prime Minister, Leader of the Opposition, celebrities. And there's a reason why I'm telling you this. I got headhunted from there to set up a corporate social responsibility unit at the world's biggest PR company and to sit on the board. And I remember keeping the straightest face I possibly could when I was told about the salary. Megabucks. And so, ministry, work, I thought I was a successful Christian woman. But this is the thing. Our deep issues and pain always shows up in our closest relationships. And anyone who saw my husband and I together could see our love for each other, could see our closeness. I mean, it looked like everything was perfect. In fact, thank you, Ruthann, for doing our pre-marriage counselling. We looked like it was great. But I discovered on the day after we got married, when I woke up in the morning, I discovered I had intimacy issues. I didn't know that. And for the first 5 years of our marriage, well, no one knew. I blamed my husband. Like, come on, let's be spiritual. We don't need this sex stuff. I mean, if I want a baby, yeah, I can manage it. First 5 years, I blamed him. I just thought he was carnal. And then I suddenly realised I'm the one with an issue here. I'm the one. And I tried everything I knew to do. I tried to deal with my thought life. I tried to deal with my words. I read every book I knew to read. And I even got to the place where any time there was a trusted woman in my life, I thought, I don't care how stupid I look. I don't want to destroy this man. So I prayed, Lord, will you make me the woman my husband deserves? And I had another prayer. See, I had